Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, continuing our discussion on understanding the planetary vibrations being prevalent in different countries chart. In this video, we will have our discussion on the Russia, like their the planetary strength which governs their policy, the common like consensus of the country, of the nation, their contribution to the world. So all of that we will try to understand in this video completely from the lens of the Vedic astrology. Now guys, a couple of things which I want to make it clear, that the chart of the country which I will be using over here, it is being taken from a very senior faculty from the Bharati Vidya Bhavan, from her book. So that is the first thing which I wanted to make it clear. Second thing is that all the facts, all the stats, all the numbers which I will be presenting over here, all of that has been somehow taken from the chat GPT. And the third thing is that about my intent. So guys, I do not have a personal bias. Now that is a different case, that when it comes down to anything about Russia, specifically if it is being presented by someone from India or any of the Indian ties, so like the way Russia has been seen as a tested good friend of India, so but I will still try to make it as fair as it is possible. It is not a political discussion, it's a astrological discussion. And even if you find my analysis lacking some depth, please feel free to write it in the comment section. Just don't troll me, don't hate me. Okay guys, now starting first. Now guys, the very first thing is that as you can see this slide on your screen. Now this has got a lot to contribute over here. Just looking at the picture, because see, it was very important to mention over here, because as you can see in the slide, I mentioned this thing with Russia as a friend. Now what do I mean by that? So guys, Russia in the geopolitical sphere as well, because like all those countries who are in such a state that they can reinforce or influence the economy, policy of the neighboring countries, of other countries. So obviously the top of the mind to anyone, the names which will come of China, this could be Russia, this could be US. So now like the way this whole interplay of the Ukraine situation happened, now this begets too many questions that countries like Philippines, NATO countries like Japan, is it like worthy enough, like countries like Taiwan, to be dependent on US for their defense? Now on the other side, when we take up the case of Russia, like the way I mentioned this thing, I will explain that with a very short story which I read somewhere. So for example, let's assume that kidnapping or a hijack kind of a hostage kind of situation happened. So how the different countries will respond to that? Like had it been India, I'm sure that the family members will start protesting, crying, all the media trial and everything, and the government will be forced or be compelled to agree to the terms of the terrorist or the culprits. Now that is a different case, the kind of government which is right now in the power, the government being led by the Narendra Modi ji. Had it been the case of the Israel, so Israel will be more than willing to even release, like submit to any of the demands, like even for one of their citizen, they will be willing to even release like 10 of the criminals from the prison. Now that is a different case, that in 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, all those people who were responsible for that, the news will come that they died in mysterious kind of circumstances. Had it been like US will obviously these days the way it has been happening, tariff, and they will do the military operation. Now when it comes down to the Russia, it has been always very different. Now I will try to explain that with the chart as well, with the planetary alignment as well. I still remember guys, because anything which happens in like in Russia or erstwhile USSR, it used to be getting a lot of coverage in the Indian media as well. I still remember when that Chechen situation was going on, and in one of the situation where in the hostage kind of situation, the Russian government, they did not succumb to any of the demands or pressure of the terrorists, and in the military operation some of the civilians got killed, and there was this mother who was like crying and she was being interviewed. She was crying in front of that whole situation. But when the interviewer asked her that what do you have to say on this situation, she was crying. She wiped her tears. She says this thing that they were the enemy of the nation. The government did right. So this is the kind of the faith and the patriotism which you will find amongst the Russians. That is the very first thing which I wanted to highlight over here. I hope I would have made it clear through the difference of different countries and their response time to these kind of situation. Now guys, because I'm very much sure, because when I looked at the rising sign, that plays a very significant role. Now that can be justified from the slide number 2, because guys, look at it in this way. The whole world has something to contribute to the humanity. Like the way, for example, the oldest religion the humanity has witnessed has come from the India. Same is the way when we talk about the space exploration. Now whatever is happening right now, whatever NASA is doing, whatever like Elon Musk, his like space agency is doing, that is a different case. But which country was the first one which was responsible for establishing a connection of the humans on the earth with the space? That was Russia. So like obviously that time it was like USSR. So first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1 in 1957, the Soviet Union launched the world's first satellite. First human in space, first woman in space, first spacewalk, first space station. Now what does it tell about? So guys, anything when we talk about the space, over there Rahu becomes very important. So I mean to say, just going by who were the pioneer in this thing, you will get to know that Rahu energy is definitely going to be strengthened, and Virgo Lagna somehow justifies that, because this is where, and based on, once we will try to get into the deeper analysis of all the planetary alignments, what kind of time is coming for the Russia. So all of that will be clear to you. But yes, Virgo and the Rahu energy can be seen from over here, from this slide as well. Now guys, moving ahead, so yes, these are like some of the wars which happened in the after the 1991. So the first Chechen war, second Chechen war, and all these like annexation of Crimea. So all of that thing happened. Now comes this slide number 5. So guys, over here, because see, just because I have to justify the strength of the Rahu, I have to justify the combination of the Rahu, Saturn and the moon. Now again guys, I might be wrong, but like the way growing up, what we have read all the time in the books, in the articles, in the BBC coverage, that whenever it comes down to anything to do with the intelligence, like Mossad, the glory of the Mossad is something we have seen so many of the Netflix series and the documentaries on all of that. But like the way it happened, because we do not know, like I was not there when the whole Munich Olympic kind of case and all those previous situations in the war happened. But if we have to go back just 2 or 3 years, when this October 7, this kind of terrorist attack happened on the Israel, and the scale on which the whole preparation with which the Hamas attacked, if the intelligence were not able to intercept it to this scale of operation, and imagine how much would have been the preparation in that, then how could you call it like that they deserve to be called as the best? When it comes down to the CIA, so or any of the US intelligence as well, you take up the scale of the Twin Tower attack or the 9/11 kind of situation. Now whatever they did afterward, that is definitely commendable. But if that scale of operation can be done, can be executed, so many hours and years of planning and preparation, and you were not able to intercept it, then do you actually call it the one of the best? But in case of the KGB, there hasn't been had that level of colossal level of failure when it comes down to the intelligence. There has been those kind of cases where like Russia being a tried and tested ally of their supporting countries and the friendly nations, like even they did their best in order to support the Bashar al-Assad's government as well. But it was when it was obviously at the end, and just because the Russian military was also a bit exhausted on another front, on the Ukrainian front as well. But even after that, they did not leave the war front, the way US has this history of now leaving Ukraine in the middle of chaos, leaving Afghanistan, leaving Iraq, and other examples. So I mean to say, now guys, why I took the example of the KGB or the intelligence? Because again, I need to justify Rahu. I need to justify Rahu in this chart. Now guys, second thing is that all the whistleblower, there has been those history, like all those kind of people who have gone against the government. They have been either poisoned or they died under mysterious kind of circumstances. It has been a history. And it's not like that only within Russia, but in different parts of Europe. Even like one guy, it happened in India as well, in one of the coastal state. I forgot the name of that province. So that means, yes, again, the throne, when we talk about the power, the concentration of the power, over there as well, the 10th house, 1st house and the 5th house in a country's chart play a very significant role. Now in the 5th house, if you will see how potent, how strengthened Saturn, Rahu and Moon is. So the way any country will respond to these kind of opposition, it might be something like that, like the way I mentioned that being poisoned and dying under mysterious kind of circumstances can be looked at over here as well. Now guys, the minute we will come to the house, so houses and their signification. So guys, the very first house is very important, like the way I've been trying to justify the Virgo. So first house is the Ministry of the Home Affairs. First house is the most important house because it represents people and the general condition of the country, public health, nation as a whole, their behavior in the time of emergency, national disaster, ability of the nation to cope with it, like general character of the people, national domestic consideration and the national objectives. Now guys, even in any country's chart, like the way in the US's chart, you will see that the 11th house is very prominent. If you will look at the chart of the Russia, you will find that the trine houses are very prominent, and I guess that is the only reason in your international relation, ethics plays a very important role. Like the way guys, growing up, whenever I used to hear any of the discussion on the international matters, even now as well, even in the Indian media perspective, you will always see that whenever they are addressing to US, for example, they have been addressing as it's a trade partner, it's a ally. But when it comes down to Russia, there is a word which always get used: trusted trade ally, trusted trade partner. It has always been used. So I guess when you have the trine houses being in such a strengthened state, that also tells about it. Now guys, I'm not sure about that, but I still remember when this whole this Russia-Ukraine situation happened, when the Russia invaded Ukraine and all. So over there, I remember watching this interview by a senior designatory from US and all, and they were like trying to justify this thing that okay, Putin is kind of losing his senses, and he just want to be seen and remembered great like Lenin and Stalin and all, and he's only being counseled and mentored by the church, by the priest and all. So all those people who are his advisor and counselor, they are afraid to say the right thing in front of him, and the only people he's surrounded by are the people of church and all. So now that person in that interview might have used that in a derogatory way, but I can actually see you can call it the righteousness, ethics, and doing things which is aligned with the wisdom and with the higher goals and the purpose. You can see it like this as well. With ascendant lord's strength in the 9th house, ethics, guidance, wisdom will always play a very significant role. Now guys, when we reach the other houses and their signification, so if you will see the 3rd house and the 8th house, it becomes very important because in the case of the Russia, Mars has got a rulership over the 8th house and the 3rd house. Now 3rd house in any country's chart is the house of the communications, neighboring countries, border clashes, public opinion, written agreements, loss or gain of land in case of war. 8th house is the death of the national rulers, presidents, prime ministers, kings, dictators, end of government, scientific investment. Now the lord of the 3rd and the 8th becomes the planet Mars, and it is there in the 7th house. And guys, once we will start looking at the chart from the point of view of what lies ahead, you will get to know that Saturn's transit to the 7th house of theirs, and over and above that, with Donald Trump being back in the power for his second tenure, and the way he has been showing his solidarity and support with Russia, with the Putin, so good times lie ahead for them. And like the way it has been said that it's in the destiny of that geographic area that the expansion, which started first with annexing Crimea and Ukraine, it's not gonna stop. So there's a high possibility of that. So 7th house is the house of the wars, battles, open warfare, enemies, international dispute, international affairs. So now with this whole thing, with NATO at its weakest and inner conflict over there, like US all the time threatening them for withdrawing all the support, monetary support, it just looks like that the dice of the time automatically on its own has given power or leverage to Russia now. Now guys, when we talk about other aspects of the chart, houses and the signification, so the 9th house which I mentioned, it's the house which tells about in a country's chart, Supreme Court, international law, United Nations and the World Organization, like foreign trade, religion, mosque, temple, churches, gurdwaras, all of that is seen from the 9th house. So that means in a country's decision making and all, ethics, and like the way I mentioned that taking the advice from the people of the religious status will definitely play a very important significant role. 10th house guys is the house of the kings, royalty, nobility, rulers, prime minister, head of the state, party in power, presidents, governors, top authority in the state, nation's prestige, status, reputation, the parliament. So it has got Jupiter over there. So guys, like the way this is how you have to understand the pulse of the nation. Like the way in the case of the China, you will see that in their 10th house, you will see that Venus is very strengthened over there, and I can assure you this thing that I guess it has already happened or it is gonna happen soon, that when a time will come when you have to make a calculation that the elite and the richest of Europe, of India, of any part of the world, the richest of the Chinese in terms of their net worth or their status or standard of living and all, like obviously not 1% or 2%, in general the elite or wealthiest of one country, comparing them with another country, China is definitely going to be on the next level, all because of the strengthened Venus in their 10th house. In case of the Russia, it's the Jupiter there in the 10th house. So again, the religious camaraderie actually play a very significant role. Now, I'm not saying that only because of that there is a lot of the Vaishnavas and the Sanatan Dharma followers who live in Russia or who have embraced Sanatan Dharma, but yes, this is how the personality of the people there is because of the influence and the presence of the Jupiter in their 10th house. And again guys, it's not an exaggeration. Somehow we say this thing that wheresoever the energy of the Jupiter is there in your chart, somehow over there the fortune blesses you, supports you in that specific area of the life. So like the way in case of the US, no matter what happens, somehow they are always able to take up the best deal for themselves in terms of the wealth and the money. Like even for all of that support which they gave to Ukraine at the end, they have been asking their share for their rare minerals and elements and all. Same is the way in case of the Russia, Jupiter's presence in the 10th house will give you this thing that the people in the power will always be protected. You can look at it in this way, and I guess that is the only reason, like even in case of Putin, he has a long tenure, undisputed long tenure. Now guys, now when we talk about the kind of time which lies ahead, so guys, you would have understood so far, like the way whatever happens in the world, it always happens completely in synchronicity with with the planets in the transit. And guys, at the time, because when there was this ongoing discussion between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, who is the strong contender, I was like hoping more for the Donald Trump, because it's not only because of my assessment calculation on their charts. It's like I was looking at what kind of time and transit is going to be bringing for the world order, and who is the best person who fit as a player in that chess game. Same is the way guys, because for the Russia, their Rahu energy is very strengthened. And now when Saturn is going to be transiting in their 7th house for the next 2.5 years, Rahu's transit in the 6th house in any case is going to be beneficial, but Rahu's transit, the Rahu Ketu return, when Rahu will enter in their 5th house, that is going to be the time when Russia will start again emerging and coming back to the prime contributor in so many ways. And this could be a destiny or whatever you call it, that the person who is now sitting in the throne in the US, he in any case has a soft corner, soft spot for Russia or for Putin. So yes, in terms of the China's chart, it might be an open threat for them, but when it comes down to Russia's emergence and growth and expansion, which will not stop, like when this whole thing happened and the whole Europe and US and everyone was like, when in behind Ukraine, Russia was actually battling and fighting with the rest of the world only, and the only thing which they were giving, or Zelensky was saying that everywhere in his public address, is that Russia will not stop after Ukraine. It will come to you as well, or all the bordering countries and all. So much better that you support me, you support Ukraine. But it just look like that. Yes, this is what is in the destiny of the Russia, to keep on expanding their borders. And in terms of the innovation, now that's what I want to say. So there is a high possibility that in the next kind of 5 years, especially after Rahu and Ketu return in the Capricorn, Rahu return, there's going to be major innovation, major invention, which will again come to everyone's attention, which will be concentrated from the Russia. So yes guys, this was just a brief analysis or view of mine. Again, it might be slightly biased, because like the way this is how I have been grown, seeing the friendship of India and Russia, but I actually wanted to give it a proper justification and logic through the planetary alignments as well. So yes guys, for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.